Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. Welcome to another haul video. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from one of the peddler malls that I have locally in town. So I spent a grand total of $76.44 on everything that you are looking at here. So did pay up for one thing. The rest of the stuff was priced pretty darn well for what it was, or what it is. So let's go ahead and check it out. So the very first thing that I grabbed came out of like an artisan booth, and a lot of the stuff was new. This is an indoor flea market slash peddler's mall slash collector's store. So they sell new and old things. So it's not necessarily an antique mall, but I like to title it an antique store haul because that just sounds better than a peddler's mall haul. But anyway, these are Kevin Murphy Angel products. We got the Angel Rinse, and we have the Angel Wash. And it looks like they're for hair. So I'm probably going to end up selling both of those together. They'll probably sell better. I don't remember what they sell for. I think maybe I can get about $20 for both of these. So that's a good return on investment. This booth is unfortunately going out of business. So I did get these Hearts cards from probably the 60s for 75 cents. So I will look those up. I may put them in a sale, or I may hold on to them for myself because I like these old card games. There were some booths that were just running some really good sales, or they just had really good prices on their stuff. Like I got this Lido Milano ashtray. I'm not usually fond of the green color, but for $1, I know I can probably get maybe $8. This one, I'm not sure who made it. I don't know if it glows or not. It's got that glowy hue to it. It very well could not. I have to take a black light to it and see. So we'll see about that. Some of these items will be available at my sale on Saturday, my first one in a long time, or they will be up on eBay hopefully by tomorrow. Got a little bit to do. I have a Wednesday off, which is unusual. So I will be doing that, doing some listings. I got an appointment virtually with my therapist, and then I will need to go pick my car up. I just dropped it off after my shift. Today is a Tuesday that I'm filming this, so yesterday for you all. And my air compressor, I've been out or without air conditioning for about a year and a half. I drove to Kentucky without it. That was awful. Anyway, so that's getting fixed for a fraction of the cost of what I was quoted at the place where I get my oil changed, which is another thing I have to do. But nonetheless, things are getting done. So go ahead and moving on. So this I got out of a booth that was 50% off. This is a donkey. I know that Fenton made these, and I also know that Knaw made these. This one does glow. It has cadmium in it. I wonder if I should grab my black light. 1 second. See, it does have a glow to it. Never been... That looked like a crack, but I think that's just from where they made, or they pushed the mold together. But yeah, I did look this up, and I think this is worth about $60, so I went ahead and picked that up. Again, that was half off in a booth that usually runs 40 to 50 off of everything anyway, so saw that. I had seen one of those at a thrift store when Dee and I flew down to Texas for the Round Top, not an extravaganza, it was just a Round Top, like, antique flea market, And the thrift store had it for like $50. And I was like, okay, thrift store, you guys are a little crazy, but okay. Anyway, so I saw that, and that's what made me think, okay, you know, these might have a little bit of value. Why don't you go ahead and check them out? So I did, and I was surprised to get it for a really good price. Paid up, of course, but it was worth it. Oh, this is cool. I'm definitely going to bring this to a sale soon, probably on Saturday. This is just an instant coffee, like ceramic jar. I wonder if it had a lid on it at one point. I was thinking if you had a coffee bar, like a 50s or 60s themed coffee bar, you could put your coffee stirrers in there. Or even just for your coffee in your kitchen. Yeah, throw your coffee stirrers in there. How cool would that be? If you take coffee on the go. These were really interesting, and they were such a good deal. I did pay $1 a piece for them. They look very 1940s, like inspired, 1940s or 50s. I looked them up. I even did a Google Lens just to see who could have possibly made them, because I don't think that they're all that old. And I couldn't find anything on them. Not on Amazon, not on eBay, not even just through a Google Lens search. But I really liked that color. It's like a aqua minty green color. Well, no, more minty green, I'm sorry. Of, like, you know, the 50s. So if you all happen to know who made these, please leave it in the comment section, because I would really like to know. But I just doing quick research, I wasn't sure. And to only pay $1 a piece, I just said I will take them for that because I really like them. So this set here, this set caught my eye, and I'm really amazed that there's no damage on it. I don't know how old it is, but I'll tell y'all, got some really good deals at this market. This set, the creamer, sugar, the 2 cups, and the teapot itself was $6 for the set. Again, no maker's mark, but I don't know if this is like reproduction or if this is truly old. I mean, for it to be in the shape that it's in is quite amazing. But yeah, no cracks, no chips on anything. There might be if I'm not careful, but... So here's the creamer. We got the creamer, we've got the sugar bowl with the lid. Like I said, I don't know how old this is. I know that this hand-painted stuff, they did it for many, many years. Really old stuff, and then in the 60s, I think, and into the, I think, 50s, 60s, and 70s, there was a theme for all this, like, shabby chic type stuff, or it was like a trend. And here's one of the cups. Here is another one of the cups. So I will, of course, do my research on this set. And then if not anything, I'll probably bring it to a sale if it's not worth my time to list online. So these were a really good score. These were in a booth that had some sewing stuff, like a bunch of old sewing machines. And they just caught my attention. I was not sure what to think of them. I knew they looked to be older. As you can see, the lace on this one is kind of broken up, but this stuff is so fragile. And fingers are a little bit damaged on this one. These are Dresden, Germany. So I did not want to leave these because I know that somebody out there would probably want these. They'll probably go on eBay, even with this lace condition. I don't think that is too big of a deal in my opinion, but I know there are some collectors out there who are very picky about damage, and, you know, I understand that. As a collector myself, there are some things I just don't want to be in horrible, horrible shape. Like, if her head was decapitated and her arms were re-glued, I definitely wouldn't have picked her up. This lace, like I said, is really fragile. So this, to me, says she was loved. You know, to someone, that may not be what they're looking for. But I took a chance because the price was really good. I have to say, of the two of them, this one is probably my favorite. You know why? She kind of reminds me of Queen Elizabeth a little bit in the, you know, in the 40s and 50s. Now, she too does have some broken fingers, but honestly, the lace is in such good shape on her. And it's also marked Dresden, Germany. But like I said, I couldn't leave them. They needed to be rescued. Somebody out there is going to absolutely love these. And I think that's everything. I have one other item that I bought. Oh, paper stick. So this, I don't know what it is about the old rag dolls, advertising rag dolls of the 60s and 70s. I just love them. This is Baron von Eske. This is for Eske hams. And I think they're a fun piece of advertising, even though they're not like terribly, terribly old. But anytime I find them for a good price, I like to put them together and have them on display. So that is everything from the Antique Mall, or Peddler's Mall, I should say. But I got a couple things behind me that I think you all might like to see too. So literally right next door to this particular indoor flea market is a Salvation Army thrift store. Prices are really good in this store. They price some things up a little bit, but it's nothing like what you see in other parts of the country. So yeah, we won't get into that because you hear and see enough of that on social media. But anyway, so I was in there, found a few things for myself. Definitely some good usable stuff. And so I spotted this coat rack. You can get these pretty much anywhere. I paid $8 for this one. The one that I have in my storage room that holds all of my seasonal clothes, my sweatshirts, my sweatpants right now because we're heading into summer, I paid about $20 for, which is still a good price because considering depending on where you buy some of these, they can be expensive. So check your off-price retailers, check your thrift stores, check Ross, places like that, because you can get these really inexpensively. But anywho, I paid $8 for this one. And all these hangers, which are also holding some of the clothes I had listed. I got, I think, 5 of them for, I think it was 5 for $6, but the booth was half off, so I paid $3 a piece. So essentially it came out to $12 for 20 hangers, which is a good price because at Walmart, these kinds of hangers are, I think, 2 for like $2.98. So you'd spend a lot of money on just hangers alone if you weren't, if you were buying 2 of the clear plastic ones. I almost want to say that these probably were sold or used in like a clothing store, like a boutique type of store. But they are perfect for what I need because I have some clothing pieces that I didn't want to donate because they're brand new with tags. I originally bought them for myself, but either I just didn't like them or they just don't fit. Most of them are bathing suits, with the exception of these Nike pants. Most clothing that I buy is for myself to wear. But in the last few years, you put on a little bit of weight every year. I put on, I think, 4 pounds in the last 10 months, which is not terrible. But I'm definitely starting to notice it in places that I didn't notice it before. So at the Salvation Army, aside from the clothes rack, I did spend $11. I found this Porcelain teapot with the old school spinning wheel. I mean, this is heavy duty stuff. It's marked Porcelain, made in USA. No cracks or chips or anything. I mean, like, this is heavy duty, almost like restaurant wear weight. And I could not believe it was only $1.50, so I had to pick that up. I also found the 1960 Patti Page Once Upon a Dream book. It's her Intimate Secrets of Popularity, Diet, Beauty, Love, and Marriage. So that'll be a fun read. And then the only other thing that I grabbed from the Salvation Army that I saw was actually with all the books, is this phone stand here. I paid $1 for it. They're not very expensive. This came from Temu originally. I do like Temu. I'm not sponsored by them, or this video is not sponsored by them. Most of the things that I buy from them, I'm very satisfied with. There were a couple of things that I purchased that, they just didn't meet my needs, or they just didn't fit something that I was anticipating on a particular item working with. So other than that, I mean, the quality is good, and the prices are pretty good compared to Amazon, so I will buy on there. Heck, I found something on Temu that I couldn't even find anywhere else. Maybe I'll do a small little Temu haul later, but anyway, what's nice about this is this sits on the table, and it's pretty sturdy, and it expands just like it does on here, on this floor model stand. But I'm not going to get rid of this, of course. I will keep this for when I need it. But yeah, for $1, I said I'll definitely be able to use that. And it'll just be easier for me to film because it's right on top of the table. So that is everything that I would like to share with you all from my trip to the indoor flea market and the Salvation Army. Let me know down below in the comments section what were your favorite items from this haul.